alguien por ahí que está emocionado con las ballenas. ¿Ya no estás cantando?
Y se quedó arriba porque él dijo que él no quería mojar.
No se quiere mojar y mira, todos los nenes están allá abajo. Ahora mismo están todos los nenes allá abajo, mira. Porque se quieren mojar. Por lo menos yo que estoy aquí no me voy a mojar, así que no creo.
Ambassador for the ocean, and that is the Orcas orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whales. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orcas orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orcas orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are counter-shaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin group. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. Flippers and tail flute can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during orca encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orcas orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hi everyone, my name is Mimi, and on behalf of our entire killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Encounter. You know, being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We're proud of what we do, and it is a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from our whales. Now more than ever, we are honored to share what we've learned with all of you here today and for many more years to come. We all recognize a new way of doing things, practicing social distancing and wearing face coverings. We ask that for the duration of your stay here with us at Orca Encounter, that you please wear your mask or face covering. We appreciate your cooperation as we navigate this process. At the end of the presentation, please remain seated. Our operations ambassadors will be on hand to facilitate a safe and timely exit of all of our guests. We thank you so much for your patience, and we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter.
Interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
family showing off their size, speed, power, and problem-solving abilities. You know, these behaviors help keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We'll see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment that's full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to problem solve as a group and strengthen their social bonds. This is just one of the many adaptations that makes the killer whale the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orcas orca, but they're more commonly known as killer whales. And here at SeaWorld, all 5 members of our pod have their own individual names and identities. The first is Katina, our matriarch and leader at 44 years old. Next, we have our 2 females, Milani and Malia. And last but not least, our 2 male killer whales, Trua and Makayo, who you'll be meeting in just a moment. Now, the whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. So think about when you go to the doctor, and your doctor asks you for a blood sample. You know to hold out your arm, and your doctor will take that blood sample from the inside of your elbow. You're trained to help the doctor help you take care of your bodies. It's the same thing with our killer whales. But killer whales don't have elbows like you and I do, so we had to get a little bit creative. Now both Nick and Kristen have asked Trua and Makayo to flip over onto their backs and present us with the underside of their tail flukes. Now there's a vein that runs along the center of each lobe of their tail flukes, and this is a perfect place for us to be able to collect that blood sample. Now not only is this so important for the health and well-being of our killer whales, but we can share this information with scientists and researchers who are studying killer whales out in the ocean. Now you'll notice as trainers, we are constantly giving our whales a nice big back, tail, and even flipper rubs. The killer whales have very sensitive skin, so not only is this a great way for us to get a good look at their entire bodies, it's an excellent way for us to build our relationships with them as well. Now another important diagnostic tool, again, something you're all trained to do. You know to step onto a scale to see how much you weigh. Well, in one of our adjacent pools, we have a killer whale size scale that our whales are trained to slide their entire bodies up onto as we're simulating for you here in our slide out. Now take a look at Trua. From his dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes is a very muscular part of his body called his peduncle. Now this could weigh several hundred pounds. And by him keeping his tail in the water, we would be missing out on all of that weight. So to fix that problem, Nick can ask Trua to lift his whole body up and out of the water. And just like this! This is how Trua would properly weigh himself. Now this is a behavior that you may see over the course of our presentation, but know that it's one of the first behaviors that we train any of our whales. Now we weigh our younger whales to make sure they're growing properly, and our older whales to make sure they're maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Well, hi everyone, I'm over on the left-hand side of the glass, and I have a question for all of you. Do you guys like to play? Yeah! Well, observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the killer whales' lives. And from the moment they're born, they'll learn by watching their mothers and playing follow the leader with other whales. Do you guys want to play follow the leader with my buddy Makayo here today? Excellent! Alright, these three sections, go ahead and stand on up for me. Everybody stand up. Well, stay where you are though. Stand on up. Alright, on the count of three, we're going to take two hands high above our head and wave hello to Makayo. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Hands all the way up, wave hello! Crickets. Alright, let's give that another shot. You guys stay standing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hands all the way up, wave hello. Oh, there we go. Excellent. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. Thanks for your help, guys. You can go ahead and have a seat. Well, we pair different parts of our bodies to different parts of the killer whale's bodies. Hands to pectoral flippers and feet to tail flukes. Now, killer whales are very curious animals too. They've often been seen jumping out of the water to spot their prey, get a better look at their surroundings, or even play. So when you see Makayo do that nice big sighting bow on stage, we're going to give him a round of applause on a nice big cheer. Excellent. Well, if you thought that jump was impressive, wait until you see my buddy True over on the other side. He's the largest member of our killer whale family, weighing in at over 6,200 pounds. Nick, do you have your friends ready over there? Perfect. All right, they've given him the signal for that side breach. True is going all the way down to 36 feet. He's going to jump all the way up and out of the water, perhaps to scratch an itch, but for the most part, he's announcing that he has arrived. Well, that's one way to introduce yourself, Trua. How about a round of applause for Trua, Makayo, and our audience volunteers? Well, SeaWorld's research and observation on the killer whales under our care has helped shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that a pregnant killer whale has a gestation period of 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to gain out in the ocean. Some information, however, can only be obtained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld partners with organizations like the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to help advance global education about killer whales. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will teach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create waves to hunt, and they use their powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. Now you're about to get a demonstration. For our whales, it means a fun activity session. But for all of you, it means it's time to get wet. They can eat several hundred pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their prey items could vary. Unfortunately, factors like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to some populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Están diciendo en el video que aunque la ballena asesina es el mamífero más grande del mar, no es necesariamente el más violento, siendo el ser humano el que a través de la contaminación y otras cosas así ha hecho que los animales hayan sufrido tanto, ¿sabes? Por la contaminación, por culpa del ser humano, y los animales han tenido que sobrevivir como pueden.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can flow and grow
And change the world.
together. We've got this.
please remain seated and our operations ambassadors will facilitate a safe and timely exit of all of our guests.